Hi guys, I think I'm live now. Everyone who can see me and who can hear me, please do message in the chat. Once you message in the chat, we are going to start today's session. Today's session is designed for students who are preparing for CAT and they're under some sort of anxiety or under any stress with respect to their profile. And to get a better idea about how much percentile you'll require to get a shortlist from some of the important institutes in the country. That is basically today's session. As many of you might know, the criteria for selection for different IIMs are different. Everyone really considers CAT, the score of CAT, but how much weightage they give for CAT is different for different institutes. For example, if you're looking at one extreme, like say I'm Indore, it gives very little weightage for your CAT score, and it gives a lot of weightage for your profile being your 10th score and your 12th score. But some other institutes, for example, say I'm Lucknow or I'm Calcutta, give a lot of weightage. Approximately, I think IIM Indore gives around 20% weightage for CAT, and IIM Calcutta and IIM Lucknow give approximately 60% weightage for your CAT score. So this varies quite a lot across different institutes. Similarly, if you're looking at new IIMs, typically most of the new IIMs, like say IIM Udaipur or IIM I think Ranchi, they give a lot of weightage for your CAT score. But some of the other institutes, even amongst the new IIMs, like say IIM Raipur, they give lesser weightage to CAT score. I think IIM Raipur gives around 35%. So how do you actually figure out which institute, how much percentile you will require to get a shortlist from different institutes? For that, we have designed a very nice tool, a fairly accurate tool, which will take into account your profile. So we'll take into account how much you have scored in your 10th, how much you have scored in your 12th, how much you have scored in your graduation, what your what your category is, because the percentiles required will be different for a general category student as compared to an EWS student. So what category you belong to. In addition to that, there is also some marks for academic diversity and gender diversity. That is, the percentile that is needed for an engineer is different from the percentile that is needed for a non-engineer. Similarly, the percentile that is needed for a boy is different from the percentile that is needed for a girl. So that kind of things we have taken into account all of them. We have studied the selection criteria for each of these institutes, and we have designed a fairly accurate tool. You can check it out on our website. I'll show you the tool and I'll show you how to use it. And if you post your profile in the chat, I'll try to input the data and I'll try to give you approximately how much percentile you will require to get a shortlist from many of these institutes. So just go to google.com and just search for Krakow percentile required for IIM. And then click on the first link that you get, which is CAT percentile required for IIM calls. Click on it. Sometimes if you are not logged in, you will be required to log in, but as you can see, I'm already logged into Krakow. So if you're already logged in, you don't need to log in. And as you can see, a lot of people have used this prediction tool. I think more than 4 lakh people have used this prediction tool. Our prediction tool is a very popular prediction tool, which is used by, as you can see, lakhs of students. So over here, just enter your details, like say, I would say MK, my name. How much I scored in 10th, like say around 86. How much I scored in 12th, say 88. Undergraduation GPA 6.5. Work X, I'm just entering random numbers, say 24. Now I'm an engineer, I'm male, I'm from general category. But you can change this. If you are a non-engineer, you will get to select non-engineer. If you are a female, you can select female. If you are from any of the categories, you can select the categories. But let us enter these and then we will see. As you can see, my 10th score, my 12th score, especially my undergraduation, is definitely not very good. This is not a stellar profile. So if you look at it, the percentile that is required for IIM Ahmedabad is very high. Probably because my percentage in my undergraduation is not very high. That I think is the reason where it is requiring me to score say 99.95 percentile. IIM Calcutta, I think if I get 99.7, that will suffice. Which even though it is high, many of you would actually know that IIM Calcutta, to get a call from ABC, you really need to score above 99.7 percentile. IIM Bangalore also very high, probably because my undergraduation score is low. Similarly, for each of the institutes, you have a rough percentile that is needed. If you look at IIM Indore, for example, like I mentioned, IIM Indore takes your profile into, it gives a lot of weightage to your profile. Because of which, again, the score that is needed to get a shortlist from IIM Indore is very high. Now we can change it, like say if instead of 6.5, if I make it 8.5, this is a very good profile. Maybe I'll make my 10th and 12th to be above say 90. Say I scored 92 in 12th and say 93 in 10th. This is a very good profile. You can't really complain. To make it even better, Let us say my work ex is 36. 36 or 3 years work ex is the ideal work ex that is needed, in my opinion, for students who are preparing for MBA exams. So now if you click on it, you can see that all of them have decreased. I think IIM Ahmedabad is 98.5, IIM Kolkata again is 90.7, IIM Bangalore is 98. All of these again have decreased. Even IIM Indore, if you see earlier it was 98.95, now it is just 98.7. So please do message your profile. I'll check a few of the profiles and I'll give you my comments about how much you need to score to get a call from the top IIMs. Let me start. Many of you have said hi. Okay, hi. Prakhar is saying, sir, tell us separately how much per IIM, ABC, main IIM, baby IIM, new IIMs for each category. I'll do that. You can actually use the tool, you will get it. Roughly, getting a call from ABC, like you know, is much tougher than getting a call from the remaining ones. But if you score about 97 percentile, you have a good chance. If your profile is decent, you have a very good chance of getting shortlist from most of the new IIMs and baby IIMs. If you need a call from the Blackie, then a lot of things depend on your profile also. It needs to be very good and also your percentile. Typically, if you have a 80, 80, 80 for a profile, that is 10th, 12th and undergraduation, if all of them are fairly decent, need not be extraordinary. If you have scored 80 plus in all of them, and if your percentile crosses 99, then you will definitely get some shortlist. This shortlist might not be from ABC, because to get a call from ABC for a GEM, that is a general engineering mail, typically you need to get 90.7 plus. But if you have some help, if you are a non-engineer or if you are a girl, then the percentile will be definitely lesser. I know many people. I know, for example, one girl used to work with us as a content manager, fairly smart girl. She did well in CAT, but didn't do exceptionally well. She scored, I think, around 98.8 and she got a shortlist from IIM Kolkata. So those kind of things are definitely there. She was an engineer. But typically, if you are a GEM, general engineer male, I think you need 99.7. Let me enter. Please do like the stream, guys. We have more than 80 people who are watching this stream live and we have only 40 likes. Please do like the stream. I want to get to at least 100 likes before the stream ends. And I promise you that I'll enter most of the profiles that you're entering and check and give you my idea. Okay, let us start with some of the profiles. Ashutosh Gupta. Okay, let me start with him. 998 NCOBC 3 years work ex. Okay, let us go up. I'll just won't change the name. 998, so 90, 90 and 8, 24-year work ex, you are an engineer, male and NCOBC. Let us start with this. My typical reaction, the first reaction that I'm going to give is that your profile is very good. 90, 90, 80 is very good. You have work ex of 24, that also is very good. Engineer is slightly problematic, but I think it is still okay. I don't think you would require very high percentiles. If you look at the percentiles, IIM Ahmedabad is 90.4, IIM Kolkata is 97.5. This is definitely possible. Somebody who has scored 90, 90, 80 can definitely score 97.5 percentile if they prepare well for the last 3 months. So focus very well. Many of these things are completely in your hands, especially Lucknow, Kozhikode. Even IIM Indore, I think IIM Indore still has some issues with your 10th and 12th. But even otherwise, many of the things are not extraordinarily difficult. You can definitely aim to get 97 plus. Let us look at somebody else. Let us look at some girl. Okay, Sonu Mahapatra. Let me see. 978. The first reaction is 7 is slightly. I would say it is going to definitely hurt you. You are 70% in 12th, because many institutes give a lot of weightage to 12th score also. For example, IIM Kolkata doesn't give a lot of weightage. I think it doesn't really consider your undergraduation score, or at least their filters are designed in such a way that most people get full marks in their undergraduation score. But 12th score matters in every institute. So somebody who has scored 70 in 12th will be slightly at a disadvantage. But let us see. 978 general category, okay, and non-engineer. Okay, non-engineer is good. So this will definitely help you. 978 non-engineer female. Okay, female also will help you. Again, I don't think it will be very difficult. Only thing is your 70 in 12th will slightly hurt, but otherwise it should be okay. Let us see. If you look at it again, IIM Ahmedabad, because of your 70, I think it is asking for a lot. IIM Kolkata also, because it has weightage for 12th. Like I mentioned earlier, it gives, I think, around 5 to 10% weightage for 12th marks. So even the academic diversity and gender diversity is not really helping quite a lot. So roughly these are it, but you can look at IIM Lucknow. IIM Lucknow I think has a lot of weightage, and IIM Kozhikode, like everyone knows, gives a lot of weightage for gender diversity and academic diversity. So most likely if you do well, you will get a call from IIM Kozhikode. You should definitely target 95 plus, and if you do well, I think you have a chance even from IIM Lucknow, because again 96.5 is not very high. You can definitely get there. Let us look at some of them. Okay, we have crossed 100 viewers. Guys, please do like the stream, because if you like the stream, then I'll be motivated to check some more profiles. We have only 64 likes, we have 100 people watching. Please do like the stream. Let me look at somebody else. Okay, Sidan Shahjahan, 997 NCOBC non-engineer fresher. Okay, this is good. I'll tell you why this is good. 9 is a good profile, because 10th and 12th are the most important. 7 is slightly not good. Again, fresher, not very good. Non-engineer, right? Okay, non-engineer and male. So it won't be very easy, because the 7 will hurt and being a fresher will hurt. But you have good chances from IIM Calcutta. 97.5 is not very difficult. Again, IIM Lucknow. I think most of these things, IIM Lucknow and IIM Calcutta, they give a lot of weightage in your profile to your 10th and 12th score. So somebody who has scored 90 plus in 10th and 12th has a good chance, if they do well in CAT, to get a shortlist from IIM Calcutta and IIM Lucknow. Both of them again give a lot of weightage to your CAT score. So somebody whose undergraduation is not has not gone well, they should definitely very seriously focus on IIM Calcutta and IIM Lucknow. Both are very good institutes, and most people who are taking CAT, they tend to do well at least in one of 10th or 12th. So even if your undergraduation is not up to the mark, you still have very good chance from IIM Lucknow and IIM Calcutta. Let me look at some other profiles. Okay, 97.5 is not difficult. Aman Panda, I'm not checking yours, man. You spam, I'm not going to check yours. Okay, let me look at Arman Singh, 777 EWS non-engineer. 777 is definitely not ideal, that much I'll tell you. WorkX non-engineer and EWS, right? Okay. EWS, we have added this category recently on it. Look at it. It won't help you much, actually, because most of the shortlists for EWS and general are not very different from each other. So that is not going to help you quite a lot. Secondly, you're a non-engineer, that will help, but 70 is ensures that the percentile that is required will be very high, because we need at least 80 plus in 10th and 12th. Then I think many of the percentiles will decrease, especially for non-engineers. But it is what it is. Okay, let me look at somebody else. Sir, I'm a Krakow student. My profile is 767, male, engineer, fresher, SE. How much percentile for top new IIMs? Vivek Das, you can check it out. 767. This will be, again, 16 12th will definitely will hurt. 16 12th will make the percentiles required slightly difficult. Male engineer. And so this is why people say that you have to work hard even in your 10th and 12th. Because if say you had scored 70, 80, 70, that also will ensure that it is difficult. See, even over here, because your profile is not, your 10th and 12th are definitely making the required this to be tougher. So from the old IIMs, in my opinion, it is difficult. Maybe IIM Lucknow 98 percentile is slightly amongst the IIMs, those that is the one which is achievable, because others are very close to 100 percentile. But if you look at the new IIMs and IIM Shillong, those are definitely possible. So focus on them, but don't get demotivated. Guys, please do like the stream. We have more than 100 people who are watching this stream live. I want to get to at least say 125 likes, because if you get 125 likes, then we'll be more motivated to conduct this kind of streams. This percentile is perfectly accurate. It is showing for IIM Ahmedabad I need 99.5 plus, 99.95 plus. The thing is, this is a fairly accurate tool, but it might vary, at least at the extremes. Maybe you will get a shortlist at say 99.9 percentile, but it won't be that somebody who has a very good profile, we would be saying that you need to get 99.95 percentile. Sometimes it happens that at least in your 10th or 12th or undergraduation, in one of them, you haven't performed very well. I'm not going to ask you to tell me your profile, but normally, if you have scored 90, 90, 80, then the percentile required will not be 99.95. In one of them, if you scored in 70s, then I think the percentile required will be much higher. But again, you don't need to be demotivated. One guy worked with us. He was a Krakow content manager, and he came from Hindi background. He was his mother tongue was Hindi. Till his 10th, he studied in a Hindi medium school, and he had real issues in speaking in Hindi. He was quite okay reading. He had serious issues in speaking in English because he studied in Hindi medium. So his 10th was good. I think his 10th, he took the examinations in Hindi medium, so he scored 80 percentile. But then he shifted to English medium. So his 12th was not very good. He took time to get adjusted to the new language. So in his 12th, I think he scored 70s. And in his undergraduation also, he struggled. Again, he scored, I think, either in 60s or 70s. So his profile was not ideal, but he's a fairly sharp guy. He was a very hardworking guy. He's a fairly smart fellow. It is just that he studied in Hindi. And to make that switch, it took him time to get accustomed to it. Because of which, the percentile that was needed for him to get a call from IIM Ahmedabad was much higher. In fact, IIM Ahmedabad gives you shortlist if you are in the top 50 of your category. That is, it gives a shortlist for the top 50 engineers, irrespective of what their profile is. It gives a shortlist to the top 50 people from different categories, like say architects, lawyers, CS, all of them. It gives, it has a categorization, and based on that categorization, if you're in the top 50 students in that category, you will get a shortlist, irrespective of what your profile is. And this guy was aiming for that. This guy knew that his profile was not very good, so he had to come in the top 50, and he actually got in the top 50. He did very well in quant and LRDA, and verbal, he worked very hard in the last 2 months. I know that because I was personally helping him, and even Sally helped him quite a lot with respect to his verbal preparation, because he was working with us and we really liked him. So we know that in the last month, we knew that for him to get a short list, he has to first completely ace quant and LRDA, and he has to do fairly well in verbal. These were things that we knew. And he was doing very well in quant and LRDA, but he was struggling in verbal. Sometimes he was doing well, sometimes he was not doing well. So Sally used to sit with him and help him in the reading comprehension section. And towards the end, he really pumped it up. I think he scored 90.98 or so in quant, again 99.5 plus in LRDA. And even in verbal, somebody from a Hindi medium background was able to score 98 in verbal. I think he scored 97.7 or something in verbal, and his overall percentile was 99.97. This ensured that he was in the top 50 of engineers, and he got a shortlist from IIM Ahmedabad. He was not able to convert it. He got a waitlist of around 20, but that year the waitlist didn't move at all. So he was not able to convert it. But because of his percentile, he actually got a shortlist from IIM Calcutta. He converted IIM Calcutta, and I think he has also graduated from IIM Calcutta. So the point I'm saying is, even if your profile is not perfect, it doesn't mean that you have to give up. Even if your profile is not perfect, it just means that you have to work harder. You have to ensure that if you are in the top 50 of your category, which is not impossible. It will be difficult because everybody wants to come in the top 50, but it is not impossible. It just means that you have to work harder than everybody else. So take it up as a challenge and work hard. Okay guys, we have 105 people who are watching this stream live, but we have only 89 likes. Please do like this stream, guys. Also, we have a batch that is starting, a 75-day batch for CAT. It is starting on Monday. It is a very nice batch. This is especially focused on students who are looking for that last mile help, who are trying to ensure that they put in the right effort in the last 2.5 months. The last 2.5 months, you don't have a lot of time, so you have to utilize your time very well. So it is designed for those people. Every day we are going to tell you what you have to watch, what are the videos that you have to watch, what are the concepts that you have to study, and we provide you material specific to that. Once you just follow that schedule, you watch those videos, you answer those questions, you take those mock tests, then we ensure that you complete the revision and you are fairly thorough in your preparation. It is a very nice batch. It is a very nice course. Definitely do check it out. Okay, let me check a few more ones. I'll check Prakashas. 93, 93, 89.77, non-engineer male. Okay, this is good actually. 93, 93, very good start. 93, 93, 89.7. So I'll make it as 8.9. Work fresher. I'm taking that this person is a fresher and a non-engineer. Non-engineer male. I'll put as general. I don't know the category. So now if you click on it, you can see that his 10th and 12th are very good. If his 10th and 12th are very good and he is a non-engineer, you can see that many of them actually become easy. IIM Ahmedabad, IIM Calcutta. You look at even IIM Indore. IIM Indore is the one which moves the most when your profile is good. When your 10th and 12th are good, it is going to decrease the percentile that is required for IIM Indore. IIM Lucknow. All of them for a general category male, typically you need to score 99 plus. So it is not going to help you quite a lot with respect to decreasing your percentile. But all of these are manageable. You don't need to, for example, score like the person that I mentioned earlier. Like before you take the examination, there is no pressure on you that you have to be in the top 50. If you score 99.2, 99.3, you are going to get a shortlist from some of the old IIMs. For example, look at IIM Kozhikode. 96 percentile is definitely achievable. 96 percentile should not intimidate you quite a lot. Okay, let me answer a few more of them. Ayushi Jaiswal, let me see. Hi sir, in 10th I got 10 GPA, very good. 12th I got 91.8, again very good. Grad CGPA 7.4. 7.4 is slightly lesser, but still it is okay. And again, as I mentioned earlier, grad GPA does not matter as much as your 10th and 12th. So 7.4, even though it will hurt you, it is good that you scored well in 10th and 12th. Also project head of NSS and part of many societies and done 4-5 internships non-engineer. Okay. I'll tell you something, the fact that you're a non-engineer is definitely going to help you. And I'm assuming you're a female. And your 10th and 12th are very good. So how much is your 10th? 10th is 10 on 10, that is excellent. So this is 100 and 12th is 91.8. I'll put it. Undergraduation, again, as I mentioned earlier, not perfect. Are you a fresher? I'm assuming you're a fresher. Okay. Let us go with this non-engineer female. Again, if you see, IIM Calcutta is 97.5. I've seen this happen where you don't need to score very high if you have the right profile. And in this particular case, the profile is good, because of which IIM Calcutta is eminently achievable. A great institute, a esteemed institute like IIM Calcutta, if you will get a shortlist, if you put in the effort in the last 2.5 months and try to score above 98 percentile. Same with IIM Lucknow. IIM Lucknow is also an excellent institute. Again, you need 98.3. It is difficult. 98.3 is not trivial. It is not super easy. But 98.3 is not, say, 99.95. So again, definitely in the range of possibilities. I'll check 3 more profiles, and after that we'll call it a day. If you have any issues or any doubts, you can definitely comment below the chat. If you comment below the chat, I'll answer it. Tani Singh is saying, sir, general arts male fresher with 76, 88, 8.1. Please advise accordingly. Tani Singh, let me check it out. You are a general arts male. General arts is non-engineer. Male. Okay. 76, 88, 8.1. 76 is slightly going to hurt you, because under 80 is something that they consider as one category. If you had scored even 80.5, I would say you have a good chance. Even now you will have a good chance, don't worry, but it will definitely be slightly more difficult. Like I said, IIM Kozhikode, you have good chances, 99.3, and especially from the new IIMs and baby IIMs is where you should really target. New IIMs is 94 percentile. IIM Shillong is also 96 percentile. So definitely you will get shortlist from some of them if you are able to score, say, 97 percentile. If you score 97 percentile, I think with your profile, you have a good chance of shortlist from the new IIMs, baby IIMs, and even from, because you're a non-engineer, you might even get a shortlist from some of the old IIMs. Let me look at a couple of them. Darshit Shah is saying, I think all IIMs should avoid ACATs. I disagree with that. I know that it is an unpopular opinion, but MBA is not just about doing well in CAT. MBA is all about what you have done in your life also, because it looks at a profile. This is not like, say, JEE, where people who are entering engineering or entering graduation are kids who have not done anything in life. Now, MBA, people expect you to be an adult, and an adult should know that actions have consequences. If you have done well in your childhood, you will benefit from it. If you have not done well in your childhood for whatever reason, then it will hurt you. But again, the thing is, they are not going to reject anyone because their 10th score is low or 12th score is low. All they are saying is, somebody else has put in more effort in their 10th, or somebody else especially has put in more effort in their undergraduation. That is where a lot of difference happens. And somebody partied or enjoyed, or for whatever reason was not able to do very well in their undergraduation. So all IIMs are essentially saying is that, okay, the other guy will have a slightly better chance. If you really want to get into a top institute, you have to outperform them. And they're like tools like the tool that I'm showing will tell you by exactly how much you should outperform them. Nobody is saying that you will never get a shortlist. That is not the case. They are just saying that somebody else worked hard in their undergraduation, so you should perform slightly more. You should work hard now, and you should outperform them. And I think that is fair. And I'm saying this coming from my own profile was not ideal. My 10th and 12th were 80 plus 80 plus, so that is good. But my undergraduation was actually pretty poor. So for me to get a good call from these MBA institutes, also I had to put in a lot of effort, and I had to do extremely well in CAT to get shortlisted and even converting some of these IIMs. So I know how you are feeling, but I want to tell you that there are many people whose profile is not ideal, and many such people who I see every year who get into the top institutes. The only thing that separates them is that they don't complain. They know that things are difficult, and they know that they can't change it, and they just accept it and focus on what needs to be done. That attitude, I think, is very, very important. You can't really change the criteria. The criteria is decided by the institute. What you can change is your CAT score. You can't change your 10 score, you can't change your 12 score. Those things have already happened. But you can definitely improve your CAT score. That is the only variable that is in your hands. And it is very good because most of these institutes give a lot of weightage to CAT score. Like I mentioned, IIM Lucknow gives 60% weightage, 60% overall weightage for your CAT score. IIM Kolkata gives 56% weightage. You also have the interview in your hands. The interview will also be after CAT exam is over and after shortlisting and all are done. Interview again has around typically around 25-30% weightage. So overall 80 to 85 percentile is still yet to be decided. That is completely in your hands. So it is easy to feel demotivated. That is the easiest thing. But you should also realize that there is a lot of stuff completely in your hands and you have to maximize that. Okay guys, we have 100 likes. Okay, let me look at Gauri Prajapati. 78, 94, 9.7, fresher, OBC, girl, non-engineer. I think gender diversity, academic diversity is good. Non-engineer, male, OBC. What is the profile? I think 10th is slightly not very good, 78. That is the only thing. If you had scored 80 in 10th, I would have said you have an excellent profile. Even now, I think your profile is very good because you scored very well in undergraduation and your 12th also is very good. You are a fresher, yeah. Even now, I think it is pretty good, fairly solid. For example, look at IIM Kolkata. IIM Kolkata is 92 percentile, IIM Lucknow is 85 percentile, IIM Kozhikode is 86 percentile. All of them have a lot of weightage for academic diversity and gender diversity, because of which the percentile that is needed is not very high. So just focus on making the best use of the remaining 2.5 months. Be very, very focused. Be very disciplined and try to score 95 plus, 95 percentile plus with 2.5 months remaining, especially for somebody who has done well in graduation. I think you have scored 97 percentile, 9.7, and you are 12th. So it is not very difficult to score 95 percentile in CAT with 2.5 months at your disposal. So focus on it, because if you score 95 percentile, you will definitely get a shortlist from IIM Kolkata. And like I mentioned earlier, it is a privilege to study in institutes like say IIM Kolkata. Okay, I'll answer one more question. Kadubul PSN. Sir, I have been working full time in our family business since graduation, but did not receive any official salary as such because it was our business. Can this experience be counted as WorkX? Typically, even family business is counted as WorkX, but again, I don't know what documents are needed. They do ask for payslips, so I don't know how that will work out. You will have to check out with the time helpline that you have. Just call up the CAT helpline and ask them. But yeah, family business does count as WorkX. So anybody who is wondering how to actually get to this tool, I'll again show. Just go to google.com. Once you go to google.com, just search for CAT percentile. CAT percentile required for IIM. Enter Krakow also, because then you'll come to the Krakow site. Then the first link that you're going to get, CAT percentile required for IIM calls Krakow. Here you have to just enter your details. Let me enter one more detail. Ready? Okay, I'll enter details of Madhav Kabra, 979 gem fresher. 90 Assuming he's a fresher. Engineer, yeah, general engineer male. General engineer male will be difficult, especially because you scored 70. So IIM Shillong is okay, man. IIM Shillong is 96.8 percentile, not extremely high. So try to focus, try to get 98 percentile just to be on the safer side. Then I think you can definitely expect a call from IIM Shillong. Okay, guys, that's it for today. Thanks for tuning in. And like I mentioned earlier, definitely do check out the 75-day crash course that is starting from Monday. In addition to that, there are a couple of things I want to tell you. If you are looking for the previous papers of CAT, just go and search Krakow CAT previous papers. Many people actually search this, because of which this is one of the suggested queries also. Go here, search for it, and you will get all the previous papers from 2021 slot 3, 2021 slot 2, 2021 slot 1, all of this, 2020 slot 1, all of these papers, all of them are completely free. You can actually download the PDF also. Just click on the PDF and it will be downloaded. You can open it, you can check out all the questions. These are all the questions that are there. And if you are looking for video solution, we have video solutions also for many of them. So for example, if you are looking at this LRDI set and you don't know how to answer it, you try to answer it but you are not able to see it, then just click on this button for video solution. You click on it, you will come to a new site, and then you go down and you will be able to see the jump to video solution. You will see the video solution here. You have to just click on it and you will get the video solution for this question. So like I'm saying, make the best use of it. Make the best use of the previous papers that we have, completely free, along with video solutions. Which other site or which other website is going to give you all of this? The fact is, you have to make the best use of the resources at your disposal. If you're looking for free mocks, just Google search Krakow. Actually, see again, Krakow free mocks is one of the suggested queries, because many people actually use it. Many people take our mocks for free. So again, just click on Krakow free mocks CAT. You will get the free CAT mocks. Just click on it and we have 3 mocks for free. Free mock 1, free mock 2, free mock 3. And it even has video solutions. And for students who are enrolled to Krakow, DashCat 9 is live. So definitely do take it. Our mocks are very, very similar to the actual examination. Okay guys, that's it for today. Thanks for tuning in.